What's going on, Facebook? How the heck are ya? In Michigan, it is freezing cold and there's ice everywhere. And it's a disaster. And the kids haven't had school for 2 days. So that's interesting. That's a big change from Costa Rica, where I was just a few months ago. So the reason I'm doing this live is just to talk to you, to anybody that's interested in listening to me about tonight and about my story and kind of about some thoughts I had. And I heard this thing from Gary Vaynerchuk. And Gary Vaynerchuk, which is incredibly ridiculously smart and gifted, a little bit edgy for me. Like I don't consume that much of his stuff, but he's super on point. He's just very intense, you know. But he talks about this concept called jab, 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 like right hook, right? So jab, 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 right hook. And I think that's interesting. I like the analogy better where it's give, 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 ask, right? And so I've been thinking a lot over the last... No sound? You guys hear me? You guys hear me out there? No? Can you hear me? Give me some feedback. Yeah? I got a like. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Sorry about that. So, give, 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 ask. Right? Especially in my new businesses, because in the last year, really a little more than that, I am in a completely different business model, right? Like totally. I had my cleaning company. I scaled that up. You know, we finally figured out the mechanisms for growth, and it worked. You know, I automated it. I could go on vacation for a month and come back. All that was real. It was true. It was amazing. And then we sold the company. And so now with software, which is a complete other beast, Joe Kowalski knows about that. He's been doing it for a long time. I'm trying to relearn this game inside these new paradigms, right? And it's very interesting. But I was with Tony Grebmeyer in this accountability group. And he every single day he was giving us assignments like be thankful and, you know, think of the people that have affected your life and write them a letter and like all this really cool gratitude-based stuff to help you destroy the excuses in your life that hold you back. And it was really hard for me to go through that course. Like the daily assignments, I'm going 100 miles an hour. I have my boot camp launch thing. It's a tremendous amount of work. I have a podcast where I'm cranking out episodes constantly. I'm writing blog posts. I've written 2 articles in the last month for magazines. I get interviewed on other people's podcasts, and it's just a lot. Like I'm going 1,000 miles an hour, and it's a big change from before when I was completely automated and out. And so in a way, it's like I'm going through that fire again in these new things. So I have my app, and I have my boot camp. In the boot camp, I have completely tried to use the give, 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 ask philosophy to scale that business, to grow the business. And because it's on the internet, you know, with all business, it's very critical that people know, like, and trust you, right? They have to know, like, and trust you, especially on the internet. So when I try to sell something, especially information on the internet, when I approached this and started building this in the beginning, I decided right away that I have to give, 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 ask. That's the reason why I have 92 podcast episodes published over the last year. Tons of blog posts. I created the Growth Vault, right? There's 1,700 businesses in the Growth Vault. That's just a gift to the world. Like it's awesome. Like people just help each other. It's a give, 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 right? It's why I have all the personal phone calls I do. This last year, I've done over 200 one-on-one coaching calls with businesses. And it's been amazing, but I want you to understand that it's a tremendous amount of effort to do that. And the same is true for your business. So I think sometimes we're short-sighted, and I get short-sighted, especially with software. These things take a long time to get right and to figure out the product. But we need to play the long game, right? We need to play the long game. I think it's critical to just slow down. And I'm speaking to myself here. That's why I'm just being real. Like I didn't have like a whole giant strategy laid out. But the reason I'm launching my boot camp today, and there's so much promotion, right? And I've revamped it and all that stuff, isn't to cram something down your throat. It's not for everybody, of course, but it is a majorly beneficial, awesome thing for the right person. And so I've tried to give, 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 and then tonight is an ask, right? It's like, join me, hang out with me, let me show you what it is, let me show you what other people say about it, and you can see if it's right for you, because it costs a lot of money to join the boot camp. It doesn't cost $5, right? These are high level people. It's high level information. So anyway, and the other thing I want to say is like I'm not a guru. And the other misconception I've ran across over the last year, I've learned so much stuff talking to hundreds of you guys, hundreds. People with, multi-gajillion dollar businesses and people with nothing that have $5 and just started a week ago. And the thing is that you have to understand, I could never work harder on your business than you do, right? And so with any information, with any education, you can go to Princeton University and get your law degree, right? If you don't go out and hustle and grind and perform and network and make it happen, then nothing will happen. So the information, is it powerful? Yeah, it's like explosively, hugely powerful. It can save you years, but you got to go do it, right? Like I don't have magical like fairy dust to sprinkle on my business or your business. And so I just want to be real and authentic in that, because I hope in a few hours we have like 250 plus people registered to look at the bootcamp tour. I hope it's a wild success. I hope a lot of you join us. It's going to be very exciting. It's a lot of fun being in there, but man, I'll tell you, tomorrow morning I'm probably going to collapse and be exhausted for like 3 or 4 hours. Like I'm coming in late tomorrow because I'm going to be tired. It's been a long process. I'm excited. I'm going to go get something to eat. Then I'm going to come back here, and the webinar is going to be really chill. It's going to be chill. Like I do these really high-end, like polished, like crazy graphic webinars. They take tons of work, huge amount of work. I did 8 of those high-end webinars last year too that were free. This one's a little different. I'm just going to talk to you like this. I'm going to go through some things on how you can make 2017 your best year ever. And then I'm going to show you the boot camp. And then there's going to be a sales offer. Yes, I'm going to sell you my stuff, just like you try to sell your stuff to your clients. Because why? Because it serves them well, and because you're the very best at what you do. The bootcamp is the very best product for someone looking to automate, grow, and build a company that could be sold. So I appreciate all of you very much. I've tried to give. Tonight is my ask. So I respect all of you and love connecting with you over the last 12 months or so. It's been a wild, crazy ride. I can't wait to see what happens this year. And that's it. That's it. Play the long game. It's harder at first, but it's always better on the back end. If you network, play the long game, and give, then ask. See you guys.